Pittsburgh. We have arrived. I am going to get some ice right now. It is Monday, July 14th, 8:20 a.m. It's my mom's birthday. I need to wish her happy birthday, Mom. I'm going to get some ice right now, an hour ahead, so it's really like almost 7:30 our time. So I feel like I woke up normally about an hour ago at like 6:30 a.m. But yesterday we had a 7-hour drive and nice little road trip, right? We stopped like every hour and a half because Ryan had to go to the bathroom because he's on 2 gallons a day. Got here, went immediately and just went on like a 20-minute walk around the little city. We're not staying at the host hotel this time. We're staying across the river in what feels like almost like Wrigleyville in Chicago, but like around PNC Park. So we got like a hotel suite over here with like a microwave and a fridge, so we didn't have to stress, or like a 10-minute drive. But last night we just went on like a 20-minute walk when we got here, got back to the room, unpacked, had our meals, and then got a good night's sleep. This morning, woke up, had my gut drink, had my mushroom coffee, and now we are about to go do some cardio in the hotel gym. I'm supposed to be doing 20 minutes post-train, but Ryan needs some moral support, so I'm going to go down with him and do fasted cardio because my stomach's a little upset from sitting in the car all day yesterday. I'm also trying a new protein powder. There might just be like a small adjustment period with all of the diet changes happening in my life. Happy 2 days? 2 days out for rag guy physique. Right? How you feeling? How you doing?
Not bad.
Not bad. So anyways, we're gonna go and do a little bit of fasted cardio, and then it is lower body A day for me. I'm like really excited. I used to dread this workout because it's my hardest one, but now that I have energy, I'm like really looking forward to it. We've been doing so much travel that I have like a pretty good system now. So I have like everything, like my pre-workout, my intra-workout. This is my nighttime supplements that I take, and then I have my morning supplements with my probiotic and everything in it, and then I have like my glutamine, oats, cream of rice, all the things. And then the other thing is I'm a water snob, so I brought like 4 gallons of our reverse osmosis water. A little posing practice post cardio, and very rare footage of Ryan letting me document the journey. So of course I had to take advantage. I might be his biggest annoyance, but I promise you he always thanks me later. 1:58 p.m. and I am waiting on my Uber outside of Planet Fitness in somewhere in Pennsylvania. Today, how we navigated training, because it's my lower body day. It's a long workout for me. And Ryan just had like a quick like full body pump. So we drove here together because it was like 15 minutes from our hotel. I wanted to like take my time and get a good workout, and he wanted to like kind of get through it quickly. So I'm gonna Uber back right now. So he went back and is relaxing. I had a good workout. I will say that my favorite part about training in different gyms, I mean, Planet Fitness is just convenient, so we use Planet Fitness when we're traveling, when we can use a Planet Fitness, but the machines are all different. As a girly that has come a long way in her fitness journey, like there was a time where I didn't even want to walk into a gym, I didn't even want to touch a machine, like I was so intimidated. Whereas now it's good that all the machines are different, because I'm at a place in my journey where it's like exciting for me to figure out new machines and like feel the movements differently on different machines and in different environments. For example, like the leg press at this one has a better range of motion, like I can go deeper than the one at home. So today was interesting. My hips are very tight from sitting in the car for 7 hours yesterday. I had a good workout, honestly. I felt very strong, and I was happy to be able to take my time. I will say this is kind of like in a sketch area. Pittsburgh is kind of sketch, and I kind of rub my lip stuff all over my face. It's 2 minutes away, so let's hope I don't get kidnapped. It's fine. We're fine. I am very much in my show wife era. I just love this view. But I feel like the most valuable thing I can do right now is stay out of Ryan's way and like let him relax. So it's actually been really good for me to like take longer with my workout. And I just came back and kind of got my meals together. I'm just kind of like trying to stay out of his way. I'm going to get some ice. I just like tidied up our food area because we go through a lot of Tupperwares. And then I'm going to do a little self-care today because I didn't have time to wash my hair. So it's like a whole thing for me, and I have kind of like this residual tan on me still. So I just want to be like a hot show wife, all right, for the next couple of days. So I'm gonna like scrub myself. We have like a scrub to get the rest of this tan off, and then I brought my own tan, like some self tanner. So here's my agenda. I'm gonna wash my hair, I'm gonna scrub my body, and then I'm gonna let my hair air dry for a bit. I'm gonna put my tan on and let it sit for like 3 hours on my face and on my body, and then I'm gonna blow dry my hair. I'm gonna blow out my hair, and then tonight I'm gonna take another shower and wipe my tan off my face and my body. So I'm gonna be nice and bronzed with a nice blowout for the next rest of the week, rest of this trip. And that's our agenda for the day. All right, guys, let's go. And I have so much social media and work and content to do with no laptop. That's what my day's gonna look like. And this thing on my face can just like, I'm still paying for that freaking burger I ate, you guys. It's Tuesday, July 15th, 9:30 a.m. and we just got back from a 20-minute walk outside and got a little coffee. Today is the day where Ryan checks in every 2 hours, and we get him all filled out for show. So he is on a tight schedule, and I'm just here to stay out of the way and document the journey. This is called the Water Snob Diaries. All right, story time. If you haven't heard this one yet, it's a KP classic. So Ryan and I's biggest fight ever was at an airport over water. So they only had Aquafina and Dasani. I wouldn't drink it. And he decided to tell me I was high maintenance. And I decided to tell him, you knew who I was when you married me. So we didn't talk for a few days. And now we laugh about this all the time. But when we travel, I now bring gallons of our reverse osmosis water. And this is live footage of me filling up my pre-workout and intra-workout in the trunk of our car. Enjoy. KP takes Pittsburgh. We're getting out of Ryan's hair and we're trying to find a more legitimate place to get this shoulder workout in. Yesterday's Planet Fitness was a little sketchy. I found a new one. I thought it was like a 20-minute drive. It's 30, and now I'm sitting in traffic. So, mental landscape here. Last night I was editing my YouTube video, my 1 week after show, where I was like, on the come down, and I was talking about all my food feelings, kind of what I was going through in that whole situation. I just want to share the journey of deciding to start a YouTube channel and deciding to start an Instagram channel, because I enjoy sharing the journey, and I feel like something I've struggled with in the past is feeling like I'm oversharing or getting the ick from people watching it on my stories. And so I feel like for me, it's not weird if you click on this YouTube and you're watching it because you genuinely care and you genuinely are invested in my journey. For some reason, Instagram stories and Instagram posts just seems a little too, I just feel so exposed. I don't know why, and I'm sure maybe other people feel this way too. Anybody can look at it and watch, right? So then you kind of start to judge yourself. For me, I have kind of struggled with being okay, well, I'm not a professional bikini athlete, so maybe I should wait till I'm a pro to share the journey and share my tips and tricks and whatever. And I think that kind of mindset, I catch myself in it often, and I feel like it will really just hold you back in a lot of areas in life, because I had that mindset when I went to be a hairdresser, when I went to be a business owner, when I went to be a health coach. And I just feel like every life experience that you've had up until this point right now has qualified you for every role that you are in your life. And if you wait until you're a professional, or you wait until you're 100% confident, you're going to be waiting forever. I just wanted to kind of share the behind the scenes, kind of what I'm going through, like sharing all of this and starting something new. Who you marry is literally the most important decision of your life. We have all heard this before, right? But why is that? It's because it's who you share your meals with. It's who you spend all of your time and your energy with. And you literally absorb that person's habits, mindsets, food choices. Like, you just do. And so when Ryan and I met, I had a lot of food issues. I was always the girl in the relationship that wouldn't eat. And over time, he introduced me to bodybuilding. He got me eating enough. I had always leaned on food to get me through hard times. Like when my dad passed away, when I had trauma, I would always use food and exercise to control what I could. And it's gone in both directions. So I had a very complicated relationship with diet and exercise when Ryan and I met. And so when he got me into bodybuilding, that's literally what we built our relationship, our marriage, and our life around. Like, that's what we live, eat, sleep, and breathe now, is this lifestyle and feeling good in our mind and in our bodies. And so him and I being able to go through this process together and to openly talk about our food issues together has been probably the most helpful thing for me in my journey, especially with this process. Because yes, of course, when you are in a competition prep for 6 months, like, and you go from that into off season, like, it's an extreme. It's a shock to your system. And me this time, not reaching for junk food, having my own space to like go through it alone and like take all my past experiences and try to have a better one, and then sharing it with you guys, like, that's a big deal for me to be able to like openly share that with the world and with him. And so the conversation that we had last night was when I was editing my YouTube. That's when this all got brought up. First of all, post show, like, you're just in such a vulnerable state, your mind and your body. When I was watching everything back, I was like really judging myself for what I was saying, because I'm like, you're a health coach. You shouldn't be like showing people that you're having these food feelings, even though it was really nothing negative. It was just like a human experience. And like, these are things that I talked to Ryan about. Like, I like sat him down last night. I was like, I don't know if I should post this YouTube. And he's like, why? And I was like, I don't know. I'm just like feeling my life. I'm just sharing my life experience, but I just like, I don't know if it's stuff I should be saying. And like, then saying that out loud is so silly, because it's like, that's the whole point, is being authentic and sharing the journey. Because as a person that has went through 6 months of dieting and then goes through a show and then is just sharing the come down, a lot of people don't share that, you guys. A lot, because they go through it and they just keep it to themselves. Whereas I've gone through this like a handful of times, and every time is so different. That's what I'm saying, is I think that that's kind of what sets me apart as a coach and as an athlete and as just someone that is just sharing the journey, is like, I hope that it feels relatable to you, because I feel like I can actually coach people and I can actually relate to people because I've been through it too. And I don't try to pretend that, like, there's nothing worse to me than seeing like these girls post show like eating donuts and crumble cookie and like all these things and acting like it's just a fun party time. And I'm going to tell you why. Ryan and I had a long conversation about this last night. There's a lot of like mental tug of war that goes on right after show, because yes, you should be a human, you should live your life, you should, you know, celebrate your wins and whatever. But I feel like I've spent a lot of time trying not to seek pleasure from food, because there's so much more to life, and like find joy in other areas in life, like enjoying the journey and not like treating myself with sugar and poison. Because when you do go through a competition prep, and everybody's competition prep is going to be different based on your coach, based on all the things. Like, some people do like if it fits in your macros and eat fun foods up until the end. Like, I see girls backstage eating Rice Krispie treats and taking shots of Fireball and eating Pop-Tarts before they go on stage. Like, everybody, in wine, whatever, like everyone's journey is going to be different, right? But I'm just going to share my experience, and mine is like, I follow a meal plan. I don't get macros. I follow a meal plan. I eat the foods I'm told to eat and the amounts I'm told to eat them, and like, it's a very controlled environment. But it's not extreme. Like, the way that we do it, like, I have had extreme experiences in the past, and this has not felt like that at all. This has been the most enjoyable prep. This has been a really wonderful experience, if I'm being totally honest, which is why I feel comfortable sharing all of this. And so when you are in such a controlled environment and then post-show, you reach for foods that are chemicals. So you have eaten clean for 6 months and then you eat a crumble cookie, which is pure sugar, or a Pop-Tart, which is literally made in a lab by people trying to make it like the most addictive thing in the world. Like, that's their job, is to make a food addictive and to keep you coming back for more and to keep you eating more and more and more, right? It's just delicious, which that is 100% made in a lab, and like, that person did a fantastic job at their job because those are the most addictive things I've ever eaten in my life. But there's nothing worse for me than seeing a girl or girls online posting like these trending reels that are like, oh, she doesn't know it yet, but this is gonna lead to 8 months of binge eating. That irritates my soul because that is a choice. If I would have, like, the first thing I would have put in my mouth after show was a crumble cookie, you're setting yourself up for that. You're setting yourself up for a terrible come down. And so what I was telling Ryan was, like, you're already gonna have a come down as is, going from such an extreme. You just are. It's the reality. From being in a controlled environment, from going through peak week, from going through show, your body's already going to be in a state of like, give me more, give me more, give me more. Whether that's Whole Foods or whether that's a craving that you're going to lean into. The piece that I brought to the conversation this time, after being a week and a half post-show, going through all this already, was that I feel so good on plan right now. Like, my mind, my body, everything. I had a few dark days, but those were the days when I leaned in to those habits and mindsets that haven't served me in the past. What I said to him was, I wish that for this show, instead of me like going from such a controlled environment to like, the world is your oyster for 1 week, go enjoy it, KP, you have to, like, that just like feels like so much pressure, and I'm already in such a vulnerable state. And so it's like, I almost wish I would have had a meal plan for my whole week post show that was like enjoyable foods in enjoyable amounts, but like it wasn't going to give me so much, I don't want to say freedom, but like, I feel like when you're in that kind of state, it's almost not a good thing, at least for me. Like, again, this is situational. I'm just saying, like, for me and my experience and what I've had up until now and what I see all out there, like how bodybuilding gets such a bad reputation. It's like, I think it's because of this. It's because you're in such a controlled environment for so long, and then you're just like, shove them off the cliff and like, live your life. You should, you have to. Then you circle back in 8 months and you're like, bodybuilding ruined my relationship with food. And it's like, of course it did. Because the first thing you ate post-show was more sugar than you've had in the last 6 months. So when you're reaching for foods that are made in a lab by somebody trying to make it the most addictive things possible, like, I just genuinely feel like you're setting yourself up for failure when you take an entire week post-show to fill yourself up with whatever you want. So, I don't know. This is probably going to be taken in whatever way it's going to be taken, honestly. But I'm just like sharing my perspective. Like, if I were a competition coach, I'm not a competition coach, but I'm just like saying, thinking ahead and like thinking for myself, I think that would be a really valuable experience for me to go through a show, have a meal plan for 1 week post-show of like good amounts, good food, things I enjoy that I know are going to make me feel good, so that I can come down and then have a meal off plan, and then have a treat, and then like let myself get acclimated into real life. Because I think the real damage happens when it's an extreme. I'm just saying, I think it's on you or the individual that is like claiming bodybuilding ruined their relationship with food. Of course it did, because you let it, because that was your choice. Because it's not the professionals that are posting that bodybuilding ruined their relationship with food. It's not the professionals posting that.
Sorry for the rant, but too many people still model toxic food habits in bodybuilding and in lifestyle. I fought to fix mine, and it shows. 4 days post-show versus a week and a half. This is the fastest I've rebounded or come back into myself mentally and physically post-show. It's just proof that better examples make better athletes.
Shoulder's done, and I was planning to go to a grocery store after I was done training, so I searched nearest grocery store and it said Giant Eagle. Never been to one. I love going to new grocery stores. So I typed it in, I navigated here, but when I pulled in, you guys, you'll never guess at what was next door. And you can't even see it, so I'm just gonna tell you. Target! Best day ever. So, no, I am not going to Giant Eagle. I'm going to Target, obviously. But I only need a few things, like water and bananas, and I don't remember what else. So I'm gonna try to make this a 10-minute trip because I have a 30-minute drive back, and I don't know what traffic's gonna be like. So, let's go. In the parking lot, I'm back with all my essentials, and I'm about to head up and get through this day with Ryan. We're gonna get him tanned and checked in a little bit, but I just wanted to like focus back on him after this is just like what I've been going through in my mental the last day, and I just really think it's worth sharing. I think it's worth sharing for people that do want to share their journey and they maybe don't think they're far enough along for it to matter or count. It does. Share your journey. It's going to inspire somebody. So I hope this resonates with people. I hope the right people are hearing it. But back to Ryan, I will say I am so proud of him and I am so excited for him. It's really cool for me to see Ryan have a different experience this time. Like, I have truly watched him lean into joy and like finding his purpose in life, which is helping people look and feel their best. And like, that's why we literally changed our lives to do that. And me and him being able to like do this together this season, like in the thick of being business owners, is a huge deal, because it's like, we're saving as much money as we possibly can. Like, we are going to Planet Fitness. We're bringing our own food. Like, this is an expensive hobby, sport, whatever, but like, we have to carve this time out for ourselves because it's really brought us back to our purpose and our why. And like, watching him step into that is like so refreshing as his wife and somebody that just like literally loves him to death. So some conversations that we've had that I just like want to share really quick are, I'm like the foo-foo one most of the time, like motivational and all the things. So things have been very stressful in our life. He kind of shuts down during this part of the process, and he believes that it like needs to be miserable and he needs to be like run into the ground or he's not doing it right. And so I've watched him have that realization that it's like, this doesn't have to be hard. This can be enjoyable. And that's because we have a fantastic coach, first of all, and we've really set ourselves up for this season. So I'm like watching him lean into that. That was a conversation from this morning. But also, like, when things have been hard, I've been like, oh my gosh, I see 1111 everywhere, like literally multiple times a day. And I'm like, it's reassurance that the universe has our back. And so when you start looking for these things, you start seeing it more, right? So this whole trip, we've been seeing 1111, 111, like every day, all the time. And like, now he's the one that's like pointing it out, and it's like bringing him comfort too. So it's cool to see. Let's go get our guy tanned. Woohoo! Show day, 9:08 a.m. We got here at like 7:30, probably before that. Ryan's tan was at 8, but we wanted to make sure we got here with plenty of time. Last night when we came here to get him tanned, it took us an hour to get here, and it's a 7-minute drive just because there's a bridge. But right now he's resting with his feet up. We've probably got another couple of hours. I'm just walking outside to get some steps, some fresh air, and to get a coffee. We just do a lot of waiting on show day. It's 2:39 p.m. I just pulled into the sketchy Planet Fitness to get my glute touch-up day. Prejudging is done. Ryan is back at the hotel. We are taking a little breather. Prejudging did not go the way we had hoped. I just wish that men's physique had weight classes like the pros. Amateurs do not, and it just like crushes me to see him crushed. He competed in 45 and over and 50 and over, so Ryan's 51. He got second call outs in both,
He was center in second callouts in 50 and above, not center in 45 and above. He looks amazing. He looks the best he's ever looked. I am so proud of him. He did a fantastic job. The problem is these guys are 20 to 30 pounds heavier than him, and you can see the difference in size on stage. And so it's just like, that's why the weight class would just make it so much more fair, because it's upsetting for him year after year. Ryan's the most realistic person I've ever met in my life. Like, he does not go to these competitions thinking he's going to be number one in the world or even number one. He doesn't set himself up for disappointment. Like, obviously you don't do this not to do well, but he had gone into this saying, like, if I got top 3, I'll be happy, just based on who got top 3 last year. Like, he thought he might have a chance, but the thing is, you cannot control who's going to show up on show day. You have no idea. You have no idea who you're up against. You can only control how you look, what you bring, and you can't control who the judges choose either. So anyways, he's pretty disappointed. I have never seen him so disappointed. Like, not even like pissed off, just like crushed. So he's already starting to like come around a little bit, so I'm just like giving him space. I have to get my glute touch-up workout in. Traffic gets really bad going back into the city around 5, so I'm gonna try to get this done in an hour and a half, go back, do my post-train cardio at the hotel, and we'll probably head back to finals at 6:30. 4:45 p.m. post-train, driving back. I did stop at Giant Eagle. I like Giant Eagle. I love going to new grocery stores. It's like one of my favorite things to do in life. But I think I'm going to miss traffic because I do have cardio left. But I'm just like all in my feelings right now, because our relationship with our coach is like the best thing ever. Our coach is like the best human in the universe. And I'm going to tell you more about this in a minute. Pause. I would much rather drive in Pittsburgh than Chicago. The streets are a little confusing, but like, our coach is fantastic. He's the best human I've ever met in my life, and he's literally been there for Ryan and I. Forget a therapist. Truly. Hire a coach. Have someone in your corner that helps you work on yourself towards your personal goals, because it will make your relationship so much better, and bonus points if they coach both of you. Our coach is like the healthiest thing that ever happened to our relationship. It's so awesome, especially on show day, because I get to be show wife. I send videos and photos of Ryan, and I like let him know how he did and like let him know how he's doing mentally. But then like Ryan obviously does the same thing for me. I'm sure it helps him be a better coach to us, but it's just like it's such a cool dynamic, like the three of us working together like towards our collective goals of reaching our goals, like individually and like as a team. Like, I don't even know how to explain it, but anyways, I'm supposed to check in with coach on Saturday, and he wanted me to take all of last week and just live my life, and like I obviously told you my mental landscape with that. And so for this week, for Ryan's show, it was just kind of like check-in Saturday, here's your plan. And he just sent me a thing after I let him know how Ryan did, and was just like, you know, take the next 2 days to enjoy each other. Like, this is a rare time for you guys, and you've both worked so hard. And like, I don't know, just said like kind of what I needed to hear, give myself a little bit of grace. I could literally talk for hours about my previous coaching experiences, because I feel like they've made me a better coach, and I feel like they've made me appreciate my coach so much, because it's rare to find someone that genuinely cares about you and your life as a whole, and rather than just like you paying the money and them getting you to your goal with like not thinking about every aspect of your life. Like, our coach has set us up on the business end, relationship wise. Like, he's always looking out for us in every area, and he's competing this Friday, and we're gonna go and support him because he's doing the Chicago Pro. I'm gonna meet Sam, his girlfriend, who I'm like Instagram friends with. Like, it just feels so good after all the shitty experiences I've had to have a coach that like, oh my God, I think I'm gonna have a heart attack. I might have a heart. You guys, hang on. False alarm. Don't let me get emotional. I'm done. I'm done talking about my coach. Anyways, this is the hotel gym. It's like a fucking hot box, man. All right, I'm gonna finish this cardio here. I'm gonna go shower, and I'm gonna be hot show wife
It's so funny because every time I say show wife, what I think in my brain is prison wife. Like, you know, I've never actually watched it, but I know it's a thing, like being a prison wife, and like I'm sure it's a thing to be like a show wife, and like there should probably be a reality show about bodybuilding show wives. And I want to be the star, but I also want to be the star. I want to be the bikini. This is where my mind goes. I'm like, oh my god, I'm so sad that this season's coming to an end. It's like, it's been so, this has been the best month that we have had, like happiness wise. So thanks for following. And also the best time to start something new, to start a YouTube, is when you have 40 followers. So thank you to all 40 of you. Hey, we're ending show night. It is 9:41 p.m. We just got back to the hotel. I just parked the car. It's raining, so I've had to like drop him off and pick him up because his tan will run and ruin the car. So I just dropped him off at the hotel entrance and he's running up and showering. I parked the car. I'm gonna walk in the rain and go up to the hotel room, but it's been a long day. Not the outcome we wanted, but this is the end of our competition season and it feels very bittersweet. And I do not know who let Ryan make an Instagram account. And the caption just like literally made me cry. Like when he went backstage, I saw it and I was like, what the fuck? We have had a season, and going through this is a lot, and going through it together is a lot. It takes a very special person to understand this process and to go through this process, and like I cannot imagine doing this with anybody else. I'm difficult a lot of days, he's difficult a lot of days, but like it literally is a bond that I cannot even explain or describe unless you've like been through it, going through all these highs and lows. And I've been there on his hardest day, I've been there on his best day, and like reverse, like he's been there for me too. And so it's just like nobody really knows what goes into it besides us. And it's so rewarding when obviously you get the outcome that you want, but even when you don't, like just to have that hug at the end of the day and like support. Because the other thing is like my mom sat and watched the live stream for 12 hours today. Since 8 o'clock this morning. She's like watching strangers, like literally watched the whole thing. Navigating family and friends is like a whole thing when it comes to bodybuilding. If you know, you know. If you don't, you don't. But like this consumes so much of your time, so much of your energy. It impacts social events, holidays, whatever. And so some people just don't get it. I'm grateful for the support of my family, for him. His caption just like, oh, you guys, oh my God. These days are long. This journey is what it is. It's an emotional roller coaster, and there's literally nobody else in the world that I'd rather do it with. And I'm just like, I'm so proud of him. I have watched Ryan do this for the past 8 years, and every year he gets better and better and better. And he is my main source of inspiration. Like, he inspires me so much. But anyways, it's almost 10 o'clock at night. I'm starving. All the restaurants are closed, but we have food in the room. And get a good night's sleep and have a fun road trip tomorrow, just the two of us. So Friday, July 18th, 11:42 a.m. I am on my way to Planet Fitness back in Frankfurt. We are home. Just a quick little recap on show evening and travel day home. So I was able to enjoy some food with Ryan. Coach told me take 2 days, enjoy food, enjoy your time. Ryan was so excited for our road trip home. Like after he was a little down after show, he was so excited for a road trip home. But the situation is, Ryan and I enjoy different foods, and we enjoy foods differently. Like for me, I like to enjoy food with him. I like to eat the same things at the same times and like have an experience together. Whereas he doesn't care. Like eating is so interesting when it comes to relationships, as is. But then when you throw bodybuilding into it, it's even more interesting. I get asked often like how we, navigate doing our meals, and it's like Ryan and I have like separate diets. We have separate diet plans. We have separate foods on our plans. So we're always making 2 different meals for ourselves, whether we're in season or off season. And that's just kind of how it's always been. And so when it comes to post show, like we enjoy different foods. I'm always making stuff for myself. He's always having stuff for himself. After I got back from Planet Fitness training, since he knew he didn't do well at show, he kind of enjoyed his foods, snacks that we brought him. He enjoyed them on his own in the afternoon. So by the time I got there, he was very full. We went back to evening show, got back to the hotel. We considered ordering in a burger, but at that point it was so late. I was like, the kitchens are going to be closing. It's going to be shitty food. Like, I don't even, like, let's just, like, get breakfast tomorrow on our way out of the city. So that was kind of our plan. When we woke up in the morning, he had such bad indigestion. I went down and got him Tums. He was pretty miserable the whole drive home, which sucked because he was so excited for our road trip. He was so excited to enjoy some foods together. I was excited about having a little bit more flexibility, but for me, like, my stomach already doesn't do well sitting in a car for 7 hours. We got him some treats that I wanted to do, like TikToks, like treat reviews or whatever. And so we did a little bit of that on the way. One day post-show treat review for our guy. We have an oatmeal sandwich situation. We don't expect much from Ryan. He's gonna give very not bad, good, and rating 1 to 10.
Pretty good, I would say. Maybe a 7.5.
One day post-show treat review on our 7-hour road trip, and we have got Inside Out Cookie Company. We've got like the best bite. So out of 10. But like, he felt really bad. I ended up driving most of the way. He ended up working most of the way and like trying to nap because he didn't sleep well because he had indigestion all night. The night that we got home, like, we were both so out of it. That drive like took a piece of my soul, I swear. When we got home, we just both immediately like put all of our things away. He took a nap and I like a 30-minute walk just to like stretch myself out a bit. Ended up doing a protein shake before bed. I woke up this morning just like feeling crazy, like shitty, like almost that hungover feeling. I did have some Drizzlicious. I had one bite of one of these Inside Out cookies. I had one bite of that and I knew immediately like that was a mistake. But I had like some rice cakes and some gluten-free treats and made like a snack mix. So I like snacked on that. We did eat enjoyable foods. We did go to Panera and I got like a BLTA situation, but I had gotten myself some Siete gluten-free tortillas. I just like love tortillas. I didn't want to do any gluten on a bun, so I took all the toppings off and put it inside of a tortilla, and honestly, that was so good. That's like a little hack that I do if I don't want to, you know, completely feel terrible, but I still want to enjoy something that I normally wouldn't eat or whatever. And then, of course, we had like chicken and protein and stuff in the car as well. So anyways, this morning I felt really shitty. I just like allowed myself kind of a slow morning to get my digestion set up. I did some fasted cardio, had my gut drink, my mushroom coffee, and then made my way to the gym now. We're going to go and watch our coach at the Chicago Pro. Ryan wants to leave at 1:30, so that means I have like an hour and 12 minutes to get this workout in. So I'm gonna try to get through it. I don't feel great, so I might like modify my workout a little bit and just try to get the blood flowing and feel a little bit better and get on the other side of this. I finished my workout at 1:11, which is just confirmation that I'm right where I'm supposed to be today. I was stressed out going into this workout because I didn't want to compromise the quality of my lower body B-day, even though I kind of felt like trash going into it. I still wanted to get the best workout that I possibly could. This lower body B-day has been taking me about 2 hours to get through the last probably 2 months. Today I was able to get through it in 1 hour and 15 minutes. So you just get so much of your life back when you have a little bit more energy. The reason it would take me so long to get through is because I would spend more time in between sets resting because I was so low energy. Also, I have 2 single leg exercises, so I would like rest in between each leg, so that time just adds up. So anyways, I was able to get through it quickly and I felt very strong. I'm heading home and I get ready real quick and go see what the Chicago Pro is all about. Good morning. It is Saturday, July 19th, 8:45 a.m. I just checked in and I am putting my gut drink together right now. So here's how I do it. I prep my lemon and aloe vera juice. This is 2 ounces of aloe vera juice. I do 1 whole lemon and then about 8 ounces of water. I just kind of eyeball it. And then normally I put apple cider vinegar in with this too, but I was out, so I overnighted this on Amazon. I just get the big guy and I just kind of eyeball this too. Like a tablespoon and a half. Then I mix 2 scoops or 10 grams of glutamine, and that is my gut drink that I have every morning on an empty stomach. So I mix this together. And this is my favorite gut drink cup. So my morning lineup is my gut drink, my probiotic. This is Dr. Ruscio's triple therapy probiotic. I've been taking this one for years. I've taken breaks from it and I continue coming back to it. This is a powder. So I literally just dump it right in my mouth. And then I have my mushroom coffee. I'm obsessed with this stuff. So I have this just black with after this. And it also like settles my stomach too. If I just have regular coffee first, I find I get like anxious. This completely mitigates that. I have no anxiety after this, like chills me out. So this is like the first coffee of my day, and then I'll have another one later on. I typically don't drink coffee on an empty stomach. However, this last week, like traveling, there's been some mornings where I've just given my body a little bit of a break. And so I'll have my gut drink, my coffee, I'll do my fasted cardio. And I have no problem with that typically, and I would prefer to drink this while I'm eating my first meal. 11:43 at Forever Young. I'm taking a little break from cleaning and just eat my meal. I wanted to end this YouTube on a positive, but really it's just back to reality for us. Where we're at today, Ryan hasn't been sleeping the last couple weeks or a couple nights, so we just let him kind of have a slow morning. He's gonna be on the come down the next week, just like I was, so I'm gonna try to support him the best that I can. We are gonna go train. We just kind of let him have a slow morning. We had to come here because he had a couple consultations. I had to do some cleaning, and we have a meeting, and then we're gonna go train back, try to just decompress and relax the rest of the day and tomorrow, and just kind of regroup and get our heads right going into improvement season. 3:32 p.m. we are home from training, and I am going to regret this later. Ryan is taking a nap, and I'm going to wrap up this YouTube with my final thoughts of the season. Last night we went to the Chicago Pro to support our coach in what a way to end the season. We just finished Ryan's last show in Pittsburgh and then came home and got to see our coach. So this is the second time we've met our coach in real life. It's cool because this relationship is like pretty intimate. Like you're sending photos of your body on a weekly basis. You're telling them things that you don't tell your closest friends or family. So it's a very interesting relationship, especially when it's long distance, right? So to be working with someone for 2 years and then to see them in real life after like literally everything we've been through, it was just a really great way to end the season. Like I've said, I have had some really poor coaching experiences, and when you feel that genuine energy, like it just made this whole season feel worth it, to be honest with you. I think it's so important to have a coach that inspires you and motivates you and practices what they preach. Nick, our coach, when I first started working with him 2 years ago, he was just making the switch from men's physique to classic physique. I was really new to the sport, so I didn't know much about anything. So I've just really been learning over the last couple of years and following his journey, and like watching his growth has been so incredible. And then to see it come to fruition in real life, like this was the first pro show that I've been to. That's a lie. We went and watched him in Tinley Park, like right when we first started working together. But again, I was so new, I wasn't really paying attention. So this time it was really cool for me to see like how the show was run and to like really understand it. And then also just to like see his stage presence and see him do so well, and like it was so well deserved. And I'm just like, I'm so proud of him. I'm so proud to be his client. I feel very grateful for that. I feel very grateful that Ryan and I have had him to guide us and to give us such a wonderful coaching experience, especially because he's been in prep too. And for him to be able to get us through 2 shows each, like back to back to back, and support us both individually and together, like it just speaks volumes. And then for him to like go and do this show and do so well. And so anyways, I just wanted to like take a minute to share. I'm so glad we went. I'm so glad we were able to support him. I'm so glad I got to meet Sam, his girlfriend. Like watching their relationship and how they support each other was like so sweet. It's cool to have such genuine people in our corner. Yes, he's our coach, but also like he's our friend. So I also did check in today. I set my check-in this morning. I was up 0.7 pounds from last week. Again, I had Wednesday and Thursday this week to kind of enjoy food with Ryan post-show. So this was just kind of, it is what it is. I'm really proud of how I've navigated everything, you know, coming off a big travel week and sleep not being well and not really being in routine. Like I still managed to get all my non-negotiables on the road. I still enjoyed food, but every time you go through this process, you're gonna learn something new. And I think I'm just very proud of how I've navigated. I'm just very excited for this next chapter for me. Today's check-in, we're just staying the course. I am gonna check in a little bit early, so Thursday next week, see how my body adjusts on our new baseline plan. One of my favorite things about my check-ins with my coach is that it's not always just about the physique update. Like he just sprinkled in a little something today that I just really needed to hear, to be honest with you, because with this YouTube, like this is still a new thing for me, but he just said like, you know, I think it's really cool that you're sharing your journey, and I think you should continue to share your journey. Sometimes that reassurance is helpful, because I said earlier, like, you know, I was like, oh, maybe I should wait till I'm a pro to start sharing the journey, and that kind of mindset is something I'm trying to stay away from. So anyways, I just wanted to share that. I started working with my coach a couple months after Ryan and I got married. I didn't really know what my goal was, didn't really know what my future looked like. I just knew I wanted to get on stage. I had worked with a couple female coaches previously, and the last experience I had like literally broke my soul. Like it was a really horrible experience, and Ryan had been working with our coach for like 8 months, and so it was coming up on his competition season. He's like, I think you should try my coach. I think you should give a coach one more try. I think you should give bodybuilding one more try. And I was so hesitant because I wasn't sure about having a male coach, and I felt very intimidated. And it was truly the best thing I ever did, because he's held me to like a higher standard. And honestly, he has understood me. He has taken the time to understand me on a human level more than anybody ever has. And it's truly been genuine, him being invested in my life and in Ryan's life, and kind of coaching us in ways other than just getting us ready for stage, and kind of looking out for us in all aspects of life. Like he's gotten me through our first 2 years of marriage. He's gotten me through our first 1.5 years of business. Like he's just been in my corner, kind of setting me up in all aspects, and truly his approach to this whole process. So not just prep, not just getting me on stage, but reversing properly and building properly and maintaining properly and having meals off plan properly. Like really just, as he says, teaching me how to be a professional. Again, I didn't really know what my future looked like with bodybuilding when I first started, but it's made me step into my potential. And I'm not like totally delusional. I've always kind of felt like I'm a little behind because I'm 30 and there's girls that are way younger that are, you know, way above me. And you want to have a good mindset, and I just kind of feel like I'm at a place where it's like, I wonder what's possible for me. I've just found like such a love and a passion for it, and it's just brought so much joy to my life, to my marriage, to every aspect of my life, that it's like I don't want to do anything else, and I just want to see how far I can take it. So it's like I don't feel like, you know, setting goals like long term, like am I chasing a pro card? Not necessarily. That's just like the next step for me. I would love to be a professional, and I would love to see where I could take it at the professional level if that's in the cards for me. He's just kind of given me confidence that it's possible, and then like watching him grow and mature in the sport and succeed in the sport, you know, gives me hope that maybe it's possible for me too. That's just like kind of all my thoughts and feelings as I'm wrapping up this season, because what's next? What am I working towards? Well, I want to continue improving. Like, people ask me like, well, what's next? You're gonna build more muscle? And it's like, yeah, I got feedback and I want to improve. I want to see how far I can go, and I'm looking forward to that. This is just kind of has become my life, and I truly think it's because of the approach. I've never felt better in my mind, in my body, in my relationship with myself, in my relationship with Ryan, my relationship with food. Like, I'm just in such a good spot, and I'm so grateful for that. I'm so happy with how our season went. I'm so happy with how it's ending. I don't feel sad anymore. I feel excited. I feel like this season and this time in our life has just really allowed us to lean into joy. I think it's gonna take a minute for us to find kind of like our new normal, because we've been so consumed by this sport, and we've just been like, it's really reconnected us to our purpose and to our why, and we're kind of like exploring some thoughts and ideas of how to make this more of our life and incorporate it into the business aspect, because it just brings us closer together. It truly is the reason why we started the businesses that we did. So I'm looking forward to what's next. I'm looking forward to this next week, supporting Ryan on the come down. He's 3 days post show, and I will say it is a little difficult for me to like stand by and watch him make some of the food choices that he has, because that is why he feels so bad. If anything, it's confirmation for me. I feel proud with how I've navigated things. It just makes me like, again, it's just difficult for me to watch, because like we're kind of on different wavelengths. Like, I'm kind of like on the up and up, and he's like still on the come down. So I'm gonna try to support him the best that he can, allow him to, you know, enjoy his treats, and hopefully he can pull himself out of it. He will. He always does. So it's Saturday afternoon, evening. I'm gonna edit this YouTube, get it out to you guys. I think I'm gonna start my Instagram channel today so I can share today's check-in. I want to continue to share my weekly check-ins, just like not on my story or my posts. So I think the channel will be a cool thing. I'm a little nervous because I don't really understand it, but I'm just gonna figure it out. So I'm gonna start that today. I'm gonna get this YouTube out to you guys. I'm super excited to share this with you. This is just like the part of my life that has become more and more a part of my life. A lot of people don't understand it, and it is truly something that I just like enjoy sharing the journey. So that is a wrap on our 2025 season. We are beginning a whole new chapter, so we can do it again, and we can do it even better. So thanks for being here. Thanks for tuning in, and I will see you next week.